So they'll be calling you a radical. You think that war's gotten dirty? It's been dirty clear back from them. Remember when he murdered her on his birthday? She's from Brooklyn. Yeah. Never forget her. So Bechtel's baby. So it's been 10 years since that historic work we did. The San Onofre KiD. Kathy Iwani, Gene Stone, Ace Hoffman, Gary Hedrick, and crew, the old Abalone Coalition, fought them our whole lives. We took them down. So, nuclear waste. We're going to talk about your favorite subject today. Nuclear waste. Kevin Blanche, literally, the San Onofre KiD. I'm Balco. Where's this waste coming? Now, here to Utah. Oh, it's safe limits. Governor Cox told me so. I said, wait a minute. They had an accident on January 30th, 2012. That's the night I was going in a coma with a bone marrow transplant. It blew up. They vented. They opened the freaking valve, and all over you in orange, steam, San Clemente, radioactive. It's over the safe limit, but nobody guarding the store. Kevin Blanche, well, cancer, open heart surgery, rip me open, pour me out. So, the sea. So the nuclear waste, Jennifer Grom home, this has been announced yesterday. 26 million more. Now, that was Levin that got through. You know, I got him to say the F word. It's all online. You know, but it's just fire. It's just the will. It's just YouTube. It's just Kevin Blanche, the greatest activist in an entire generation. That's all. So, we got to get the nuclear waste off our place. Putin's dirty war. Oh, my. It's been going for a long time. Why does the U.S. just keep it going and prop up Putin? It's obvious, isn't it? Isn't it obvious to you yet? They don't illuminate. They radiate. Isn't it obvious? I mean, why is this allowed to go on and on and on? Because he's in the club. Edward Snowjob, isn't he sitting next to Putin? Edward Snow, I thought he was head to South America. He swore allegiance to Putin. So did his Lindsay Mills. She says the new baby's going to have dual citizenship. Better get a DNA test there, Snowjob. Snowjob on 60 Minutes. I had top CIA clearance. I got to the top, found out there was another top. Who's the other top? Global oligarchs, the military industrialized complex. You know how much money we're funding to that war right now? We're ahead of the... And then we wonder why we're so wiped out in debt. That's, you know, and then all the pork that goes to the nuclear energy crime syndicate. So we get the nuclear energy football out. Touchdown, Blanche. We got to quit punting. Got to go for it on fourth down. So, let's have some coffee. Bechtel's baby. As San Onofre, as California goes, as San Onofre, I cannot overstate this. The greatest grassroots activist accomplishment in world history was the shutting down of San Onofre. They were never going to shut down. San Onofre getting the waste into the dry cask containers. The Johnny-come-latelys here, they don't even know what they're talking about. The dry cask, don't drop your dry cask container. Don't drop your container, your soup can. I'm the guy that got that written into law that the canisters were made to come back out and go. All my exes living west, there's only one answer. And people can argue with me all you want. You can argue with me on the waste, where the waste has got to go. Where's your soup can? To the canisters. It's baseball season, not football. Padres. They adjust the prices to the games there on who's pitching. It's a joke. They tore down the best stadium in the country. What's that? San Diego State. So, there's only one answer. What's the answer, Blanche? What's the answer? Shoot it into space. Get it off our place. Shoot it to the moon? No, to Saturn. Oh, you can't do that. We already did it. So we shot a loading, 97. Shoot it into space. So I was there. I was in Florida. So Miku Kaku arguing with me. We can't shoot in space. What if the rocket blows up? I mean, like it did here in Utah. You know, we can't launch rockets when it's cold. The whistleblower on that, I know him personally. He just passed away. I'm like, well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, there's a risk. Of course there's a risk. But here's the deal. We can keep kicking this football. Yucca Mountain, Congress Pat, we're paying a fine constantly. Nobody wants it in a hole in their neighborhood. Nobody wants it. So New York has passed Indian Point. Yeah, Indian Point shut down. What accomplishment. You know, poison in the Hudson. But Status King Cuomo gave the other 3 reactors upstate, 9 Mile Point, 3 times worse than 3 Mile Island. He bailed them out. $7.6 billion. Why, New York City, the city that never sleeps. Oh, they were asleep. Wake up. Status King Cuomo, bank bailout on chemo. So they pass it, no dumping the water into the Hudson. I got news. They've been doing that for years. Spent fuel pools, had holes in them. That's coming right from the horse's mouth. So, you know, the University of Syracuse, the super site, the dumping, the poisoning of the Hudson. Gee, yay! Fucking the nuclear crime syndicate's out of control. So that's New York passed law, you can't dump the water. What are they going to do with the water? What are you going to do with the nuclear? Oh, send it to Utah, here to the desert. Governor Cox loves it. I mean, when he tells me right to my face, you know, I've interviewed him. It's online. Same with Dirty Herbie. We have state laws, but they don't care. They don't care. There's nobody watching the story. You got Kevin Blanche. It's amazing the amount of work that I've done and continue to do while in corporation with no funding. I don't get paid. I don't get paid. I ain't going to quit you. No, I ain't going to quit you. Run along to your next freaking shiny ballism and get in your dogma snuggie and, you know, your red dogma snuggie, your Obamacans versus Trumpets, the pro-nuclear puppet show. You know, oh, Biden. Don't say the F word. Don't say Fukushima. I love all these so-called activists. All these, I'm a butcher, what's a cow? I'm a baker, what's a cake? I'm a fisherman, what's a boat? I'm an environmentalist. I'm a biologist. I'm a scientist. I'm mystified. I'm baffled. I'm stumped. I'm perplexed. I'm curious. What's Fukushima? I'm a baseball player. Who's Babe Ruth? You know? It's fucking unbelievable. There's only one answer. You can argue with me all you want. Get it off our place. Shoot it into space. So I tell Miko Kako, well, if we don't, yeah, there's a chance the rockets blow, but we got to get good at this. We have to practice. We have to freaking practice, you know? We have to practice. We have to practice. It's a juggling act. But we got to get it off our place. Now, this waste, yeah, but if it does, if we don't, it's going to blow up here and the, you know, it's going to blow up on Mother Earth. Oh, it blew up on Mother Earth on March 11th. You're still waiting for the main event. We're afraid of nuclear energy meltdowns. We're afraid of nuclear energy meltdowns till they happen. Then it's see no nuclear, hear no nuclear, speak no nuclear energy. The nuclear energy emperors, they have no fucking clothes. Putin's a dirty war. I told you. Sugar wars, molasses wars, textile wars, cocaine, plutonium wars. You wouldn't listen to me. Oh, is that war gotten dirty? Blowing the dam? Whoa. That war gets dirtier and dirtier. Why is the U.S. allowed to keep going on? Because they love Tsar Putin, apparently. You know, I thought Trump was a Putin puppet. So Biden. I mean, it's unbelievable how this war's continued to go on. It's been going on since 2013. I mean, it's unbelievable. And who's benefiting from it? Same clan. So Stephen Bechtel on the Hill. He's passed recently. I think he's about 100. Got to go talk to Henry before I go to freaking Fukushima. Still running the show. I mean, talk about war criminals. Stephen Bechtel on the Hill. You were paid to put triple liners for the nuclear waste, the water at Hanford. On the reservation. Hanford. You didn't. You were paid to do it. Yes, so. He threw it right back on Congress. No, that's your fault. You know, I know Mike Levin personally. You know, I've talked to him multiple times about this. He's the one that got this new batch of money through to get this solution, to get this canister, and I'll finish the job. Get San Onofre. So Stephen Bechtel threw it right back on Congress. No, that's your fault. drop your canister at San Onofre. Remember the canister sham? I could tell you how that played. And that was a sham to try to block this from getting away from solving this. I can tell you, it was a sham. There was no freaking incident there. There was no incident there. And the canisters, I mean, everybody that's fighting the wrong battle. That dry cast in that shock absorber is a million times safer than sitting in those Smithy TikTok Diablo Canyon clocks. Lessons for Fukushima unlearned. Stephen Bechtel on the hill. Well, you were paid to put the triple liners at the container, and you didn't. Well, we don't have to. What do you mean you don't have to? These congressmen don't even know their own bills. Do you know about Price-Anderson? You know about the Immunity Act that was passed in the 50s? For anything nuclear, you give us all the money up front. You can't sue us. We can do whatever we want with the money. We don't have to do what we told you with the money. Legally. What? And the Congress was about shit. You know, in 2005, went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. While you're busy in Iraq bombing people that never did anything to you, they passed Price-Anderson through for another 20 years. Talk about the crazy train off the rails. So what did you do with the money? He says, we hired PR firms to go after anti-environmentalists and anti-nuclear activists. You don't think they've gone after me? When they can slander me the way they did all over the internet and physically attack me while I'm in critical condition. I mean, it's outrageous. The son of a Special Forces Marine, a Pendleton, a Hollywood Marine, right there. I was conceived right there on that beach. That's an unarguable fact. You know, and the San Onofre KiD. They tried to make a sequel out of me. They nuked him to death. You know, so crazy trains off the rails. So we can keep kicking this. I got this at San Onofre, as you know, all those years ago. Boy, it's been a lot of places. Things. You can just keep on. Yeah, that's called Diablo Canyon. You can keep kicking the can. You can kick the can all you want. You know? It's baseball season, Blanche. Bottom of the 13th. It's all greed. Shoot it into space. Get it off our place. So we shot a load in 97. While you were asleep, on Earth Day, it took 20 years, 2017. Well, it made it. It got there. To where? Saturn. So shoot it off our place. Shoot it into space. Get it off our place, Kevin Blanche. Remember I used to wear my hats at the things. Yucca Mountain, the best, worst option. Ain't gonna happen. They got too much political. Las Vegas grew up. Everybody wants to move there and get themselves radiated. You know, you forget about 300. Utah, life elevated. Moab, St. George, yay, we're going to move there. What? Everybody knows around here the red dust is radioactive. I lived in the bone marrow transplanted LDSC for 5 years. I'll take it, and this is an unarguable fact. I lived there. Go in there. See how many people from southern Utah. They make up 5% of the Utah population. Half of them in there. It's unbelievable. This is no commentary. I've done all the dirty work for all the years and continue. The money that they've appropriated for the nuclear waste, go ask Mike. Go ask him. Kevin Blanche has been the one that's advising me. Go ask the NRC on all this, on the San Onofre, on the canisters. On the canisters, I was the first guy up on the online thing. I'm the first guy up at all the hearings. And then I'm the keynote speaker in Del Mar, in, San Clemente, in San Luis Obispo, in freaking Holy Capistrano, the Swallows, in San Diego County, in Orange County. I'm always the keynote speaker, first one up. Play back the tape, Your Honor. And then I sleep in a sleeping bag on the beach because I don't have enough money to freaking stay because I'm full of cancer. When I'm speaking in those hearings, I'm in critical condition, doing your dirty work, and people won't even step. Hey, Blanche, here, we'll get your room right here, whatever. We've had some small people. some people that have funded this along the way, but they've all quit me. I ain't gonna quit you. That's okay. You run along with your, dog and the snuggies, and run along, run along. Don't drop your dry cast. That ain't easy. Gotta get better at that lift. It's a juggling act. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. You've got to quit punching. You got to quit punting. So they appropriated 26 million more. Who's going to get it? How come Kevin Lash doesn't get any of it? I'm the one that's done all this work. Without Kevin Lash, San Onofre KiD, San Onofre never shuts down. As California goes, San Onofre goes, the country will go. We kick that down. As Germany goes in Europe, Europe will go. Yeah, they can fight over that. Nuclear waste is not clean. It's dirty, filthy. If the big Z in Ukraine hasn't proven that to you. TikTok, Diablo Canyon Cloud. It's $4.4 million a day in California taxpayer subsidies alone to keep Diablo, something we don't even use. The most beautiful place, don't want to live like a Fukushima refugee. Don't want to live like a Chernobyl, Ukraine refugee. Don't want to live like a Los Angeles, San Luis Obispo, Pismo, California refugee. The dry canisters at San Onofre are 10,000 times safer than Diablo Canyon. Yeah, it's like night and day because of our work. We saved you in SoCal. We saved you, bringing the nuclear waste all over our place. Get it off our place. It's a juggling act. Quit making more, you think? You think? Quit making more, you think? You think? I'm like a bird, I only fly away. Balancing act. Come on, man. Mall walkers versus internet shit talkers. I'm recovering from open heart surgery, as you know, for the second time. I got a pacemaker now. So I guess I got to go sleep on the beach with a pacemaker. They jacked up room so high. You got to put that left leg. Getting better. Don't drop your dry gas container. Frank Gifford kicked a field goal one time. Twice in the NFL. Somewhere else. Wide right. Wide left. Don't drop your dry cask container. Whoa, don't drop your dry cask container. Whatever. Don't drop your dry cask container. Get it off our place. Don't drop your dry cask container at Indian Point, at Oyster Creek, at Pilgrim, at Yankee, at Palisades, at Duane Arnold, at Calhoun, at San Onofre. We kicked that down. All those reactors shut down. Post. At San Onofre goes. Oh, we're going to get it off there. Kevin Watch is going to get it off there. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. You underestimate me. It's like cancer. Open heart surgery twice. I was given 2 months to live. All going the bone marrow transplant on 11/11. I ain't gonna quit you. I ain't gonna quit you. So you want to talk about a dirty war we've got going on all over the world with these oligarchs? Long live Anna. Bechdel's baby. Get it off our place. Get it off our place. Shoot it into space. Get it off our place. Get it off our place. Shoot the nuclear waste into space. Get it off our place. Get it off our place. Shoot the nuclear waste into space. Don't want to live like a Pacific Grove, California nuclear energy refugee. Shoot it into space. Shoot it into space. Don't drop your dry cask container. Get it off our place. Stay in tune.